All right, so our assignment on Monday had us writing out checks. As you can see, here are the checks. And they all have the number 341, but let's just say that we have 341, and let's do 342, and then 343, just so we can kind of keep them in check. So what you're going to do is that we're going to keep a register. And again, this isn't something that we would usually do anymore because, we have online banking and all that. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is that we need to start with our beginning balance of 478. So what that means is that let's just say that we're starting this at the beginning of the month. So on March 1st, if you can see all the dates are on March. So on March 1st, I'm going to start off with 478. Now what I did is I put this into an Excel sheet. So what we're going to do is, we're going to put the date, let's say it's March 1st, 2020. And this is our beginning balance. So it's not a payment, it's a deposit amount, which is going to be 478. Was that correct? Yes, so 478. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to go in and put in all the transactions based on the correct date. So for example, the first transaction that we did is that we spent $22.46 at Popular Pizza Place. And that has a check number of 341. So what we're going to do is that we're going to put 341. We're going to put the date, which was the 12th. And we're going to say Popular Pizza as our description, just so we know what it is. Now we're going to put this under payment amount. And the payment was a total of $22.46. So as you can see, the balance updated by itself, that's already put on there. So let's go back to our second transaction. And I think the second transaction would be this, a debit card at a clothing store. So instead of, we don't really have a code there. What we can do is just put debit card, that we used our debit card. So I can put DC. And the transaction was on the 15th. And we're going to put jeans. And we paid a total of $56.23. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put all these transactions in there. Now, whenever we are adding money, so either, for example, with the withdrawal right here, that means that we're withdrawing from our ATM, or the deposit of our paycheck, whenever we're adding money, and let's just do that one next and say, I'm not gonna, I don't really have a code for that, so I'm just gonna put, so I'm not gonna put anything, but we're gonna do a 3/15/2020. We deposited paycheck. So that would go under the deposit column, which would be 288. So what we're going to do at the end is that we're going to drag this down. And as you can see, well, it's something that I didn't do here. You should there we go. So what we're going to do is that we should put our payment as negatives. I forgot to do that. So I'm going to put negative 22.46, negative 56.24. So the balance should be updating automatically. And at the end, you're going to drag them all down. And you will have the total balance, which should probably come out here. And go ahead and highlight that. Go ahead and highlight that with the yellow. And that should be the answer.